We have a question. Just how much good does all-wheel drive really do? We know four-driven wheels is a good thing, but surely a decent enough driver can get the best out of any setup. Then they wouldn't need to buy a car that has all the extra all-wheel drive gubbins put on it. Either way, we're here at Rockingham Motor Speedway at their wet grip facility with three very different cars with very different setups.
I've brought the Subaru Impreza with, crucially for today, all-wheel drive.
Well, that's good for you. I have brought a BMW 120D. Diesel engine, admittedly, and it's an automatic, but it's rear-wheel drive, and that's exciting.
Automatic?
Pure. Yes, it's an automatic.
And diesel. I've bought the Renault Megane Sport 275 Trophy, which I think is going to be the most fun, the most exciting, and also I think I'm going to do the best on it because it's front-wheel drive, it's very predictable, and front-wheel drive is just, it's very easy to manage, isn't it? Whereas oversteer, I think you're going to struggle.
You sound like a confident man, Mr. Wilkinson, and I admire that quality in you. You sound confident, but we're about to go on to the kick plate, which, when you drive over it, the rear is going to be wildly flung in any direction, and I can't wait to see you just spin over and over again.
I'm feeling confident because I just drove up here in a liquid yellow boy racer's dream. So it's called liquid yellow.
Liquid yellow?
It's called liquid yellow. I'm not being Alan Partridge. And plus, front-wheel drive, once the rear goes, you just apply a bit of throttle. It's like lift-off oversteer. It'll be so easy. All the weight's over the front, so if the rear goes out, it's actually really easy to bring it back in. Whereas I think, because we're going to do everything turned on once, see what the stability systems can do for us, and then we're going to turn everything off. And that's where I think you're going to struggle in your commuter-mobile.
It's all academic because we've got the best driver in the car with the best controls.
What, you?
Yes!
In that?
Yes!
Did you say best driver?
Yes!
What, maximum attack stern?
I think we put you in that car because that's the only one you weren't going to kill anybody in.
Oh, that is precisely why we put him in that car. 0 to 62, 7.2 seconds.
0 to 62, 6 seconds.
0 to 62 in 12.3 seconds.
Top speed, the shade over 140.
Top speed, 158 miles an hour.
Top speed, 114 miles an hour.
Kick plate. Driving over this hydraulic plate will violently shift the back wheels in either direction, putting the car into a skid or spin. The aim is to catch the slide and bring the car under control.
It is time to take the 120D over the kick plate, 30 miles an hour with the traction on. 20, 30, and away we go. Whoa, and the stability kept me going.
Oh, that's well saved. Like you could see him working it out. That was quite, I mean,
Yeah.
It did definitely slide.
It
But
kicked the back out quite a bit.
how much of that was him though?
None.
Now we've had it with traction on, it's time to do it with traction off. What this is going to do is it's going to show us what happens if the rears get knocked or there's a sudden loss of traction, but it's as though I'm driving with all the confidence in the world. It's now entirely down to me. Ready? Kick plate, 1, 2. Oh, yes! Held it like a boss.
Now, of course, in front of the guys, I've been giving it all that, but anyone who watches XCAR regularly will know I'm at best an average driver. So when the back kicks out on this, the car is going to be doing a lot of the work, and I'm going to have to try and do a little bit myself. My job is to get it up to 30.
Look at him rip the crap out of that car.
Here we
That
go.
poor engine.
There we go, there's 30. Which way is it going to go? Here we go.
Oh, undramatic. Now, let's see what happens when Subaru takes away their systems of safety.
Vehicle dynamics control system was disabled by the driver. Are you nuts? Apparently so. Here we go. There we go. That's 30 miles an hour. And well, it seems that Drew, the driver, is just as good as the vehicle dynamics.
So in my arsenal, I have a three-way ESC system, as most cars would have. However, I have something called CSV, which is Contrôle sous virage, which just means understeer control in English. So that means that it can apply any one of the brakes or a combination of them to correct understeer. So really, I have no excuse. Let's give it a go, 30 miles an hour. Okay, so just pulling up to 30, second gear, 30 miles an hour. So I'm going to hold that, and here we go. Okay, lovely. That was weird. It felt like it was trying to wrench the steering wheel away from me, and it was just a bit of a wrestling match. But to be honest, I feel like that was the car doing most of the talking.
Barely a wobble.
That's disappointing.
That just looked like you went over a hump in a bridge.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be more difficult. Let's see how up to the task I am. Oh, some fast hands there, my friend. Woo! Oh God, the amount of adrenaline when that comes in is unbelievable. Jesus, the difference it makes, it absolutely. The first one was like someone was trying to grab the steering wheel from you. The other one was trying, like it punched you in the stomach and just wrested it from your control. That was unbelievable.
I just don't think the kick plate is forming enough of a challenge. I think we need to try something more difficult.
I think so. Or maybe more violent kick plate.
Ice Road, a super slippery surface designed to test a car's grip to the max. You can drive in a straight line and be okay, but try to turn around cones or stop and you'll find out just how much grip you really have.
Right, here we go. So let's get up to a decent enough speed. Let's say 20 miles an hour on this, a little bit slower. Okay, and gently on the power, turning in. I can feel grip staying. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Oh, we're ready to go. Okay, here we go. It. Woo!
So you did all right with the traction on there.
Okay, that was all the systems working with me there. All the cones are still in place. Boom!
Oh, here we
Let's
go.
see.
Traction
off. Here we go.
Maximum attack.
Okay, here we go, and onto the wet stuff. Balance the throttle, steer in. There goes the grip. Okay, steer in. Whoa, okay, back the other way. Come on, come on, come on. Power, power, power. Okay, so the traction control does quite a lot of work to keep you on track. Only one cone dead. Luckily it wasn't a child.
Oh yes.
Top
yes.
marks. Top marks for entertainment. That was amazing.
10. Drew's just done really well on this in four-wheel drive. Now I'm in rear-wheel drive. I'm going to take the first one slowly, even with everything on. So here we go. Oh, and no grip. Steer in, steer. Oh no, there we go. There's the rear-wheel drive losing itself. Bouncing off the grip. Traction control's going nuts. Come on, give me some. Go. Yeah. And it's limiting me to 10 miles an hour now. Okay, that's more realistic. And the only thing that saved me there was going onto the high grip surface either side.
I wonder that didn't spin as much.
Yeah.
It was walking pace.
No, I definitely applied a little bit too much throttle.
Yeah.
Right, traction control off, 20 miles an hour. I reckon I'm going to last about 2 cones, maybe 3. 20 miles an hour, no traction, little bit of turning, lost the back end, all gone, there we go. Oh, I killed the cone, there's a cone dead, trying to keep going, hit the grip at the side. Yeah. Oh no, and we're off.
Okay, maybe everything was turned off.
Maybe.
It did look like that was him.
That felt bad. Oh, I only moved the cone, that's good.
Okay, 20. So I'm going to try and be as smooth and as minimal on my inputs as possible. Here's the first cone. Okay, and let's lift off to get an oversteer. Oh, that's understeer. That's horrendous understeer. And horrendous understeer again. I'm lifting into oversteer. And there's just understeer, not biting.
Oh God, that's not pretty.
Last time the ESC systems cut off my power. They gave me horrendous understeer. Let's see what I can do on my own and see if I can do any better. I somehow doubt it. I somehow doubt I'll be better than the machines, but here we go. Okie dokie, there we go. Threading my way through, bit of understeer there. Lots of understeer, should have taken off the lock there, put too much lock on. There we go. Very understeery, very understeery. Let's see if I can, oh, that was the amount of understeer I had. You could just feel it.
That didn't work out well for him.
No. I think, even though it may have been a tie so far, all-wheel drive has taken a lead.
Yeah.
High-speed bend. With surfaces giving various different amounts of grip and enough standing water to contemplate taking a boat instead, this manoeuvre is difficult at any speed. The aim here, however, is to negotiate it flat out. Second gear, let's try and get up to 30 around this bend, just for starters, just to see if the traction holds. Remember, this is the same surface that we've just been over and understeering on. Right, here we go. Okay, it's 30 miles an hour, it's holding. Not bad, not bad. Not bad at all. Right, that was actually closer to 38. Let's try that with traction control off, shall we? So far, not even a hint of understeer or oversteer. Here we go. Here we go. Accelerating through the bend. Come on, come on, come on. Oh! Oh, this is where this car comes to life. Perfect. No drama, nothing. I was pushing that. I still could have gone faster, but I'm going to set the guys a challenge. Can they get around that bend at 40 miles an hour? Traction control on or off? Let's see what they can do.
Drew managed about 40 miles an hour. I want to do better than that. There's 40, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. And the car is absolutely fine. Like, unbelievably fine. Now, traction off. That was brilliant. The car just kept me in check and I was going on a low friction surface at 45 odd. Right, here we go. Down to first, turn in and wipers up to full. 40, 550, little bit of understeer, little bit of understeer, little bit of oversteer, and brake so we don't go off the grass. Wow, just wow. We went faster than the Subaru, though I think that might be a power and torque deficit more than anything else. The Subaru looked amazing. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with the Megane, because if this understeered a little bit and it was being pushed round, imagine what the front wheel drive Megane's going to do when it's being pulled round.
The other two managed to take it with absolutely no dramas at all. So the onus is on me in the front wheel drive car to take a corner extremely fast when it's very slippery. Here we're going to take the corner. Okay, there we go, building up. Second, okay, we're going at 30, 50, building. I can feel that understeer, right, there's the understeer. I'm having to apply the brake. So see, even with all my electronic trickery, still having trouble going over 50. 50 miles an hour, I'm not going to make that corner and go straight off into the grassy verge. So I think I'm going to try with everything off now. We can do this. Right, back down to first gear. I'm trying to go too fast, that's the problem. 30, 40, and then 50. We're going to stick it on 50. A lot of understeer, having to take off a lot of lock. Whoa, okay, and some lift off oversteer there. Okay, so I love this car. The way it handles is perfect. Got some lovely little lift off oversteer there, but really didn't look as if it was handy as the other two. Doesn't seem like front wheel drive going around a corner at speed on a slippery surface is the answer to everything. I feel like I let this car down a little bit because it's wonderful, so I'm never going to badmouth it.
Well, that was a hell of a day. How were your cars out there?
You know what? The 1 Series is an incredible example of how engineering has moved on. There's only one area where it fell down, and that was the icy roady thing, where even with the traction on, it was very slippery. Now, I'm going to come to its defence a little bit. If you drive down a road that you know is covered in ice at 20 miles an hour and do violent steering manoeuvres, you probably deserve to crash. So go a little bit slower and it handles it just fine. Now, I was able to go over the kick plate with no correction whatsoever, and it just sorted itself out, even with everything turned off as far as it would go. It acquitted itself brilliantly in the high-speed, damp corner. You know, it's an incredible piece of engineering. It's a really, really good thing, and it was really good fun. It was slippery, but it's controllable. It's a very malleable car. It was a brilliant experience.
It's £30,000 worth of car.
£35,000 worth of car. with all the options, it's less than that just if you don't have it.
Front wheel drive.
It was unbelievable on the kick plate. It was beautiful to handle. It felt, I mean, that Alcantara steering wheel, you feel like a racing driver in the Recaro race seat and all the fake carbon fibre around it. So it has the feel, it has the sound. I mean, come on, those pops and bangs from that exhaust, unbelievable. But understeer is the name of the game when it comes to front wheel drive, and it did sort of tell when it came to the ice road and also sort of the high speed polished tarmac corner. There were bits of understeer that weren't so pleasant. I got some great lift off oversteer at one point, which was great, but I had to work really hard for it, and it didn't have the balance of yours around the high speed corner. It took a lot of effort to get up to the BMW speed. How about the Subaru? I mean, that was sort of the prize winner today in terms of what it could do. It just made everything look a little mundane, so maybe not the visually most exciting.
All-wheel drive is built to, do several things, and combat situations like this is one of its main things. It's there for safety, it's there for traction, and so yeah, the back wasn't getting kicked out. I didn't get oversteer, I didn't get understeer, even on the icy road, really, where everything was challenged to the max.
It looked great on the ice road, unbelievable. In fact, you got the arse out a little bit, but the amount of control you had compared to us two.
Fundamentally, engineering has come to a point where cars are far safer than they've ever been. Even if you think you've turned everything off, or especially with everything turned on, the cars are meant to keep you safe in almost any condition. But on top of that, I think we found all-wheel drive gives you just that little bit extra bit of support, that little bit extra help, which even if you're a numpty out there, is still going to keep you alive. Well, shocking conclusion, all modern cars are pretty good at what they do.
I think that's a pretty good
not
conclusion.
Can we end on that?
I think we'll end on that. I think that's a cut.